all the patients on whom the drug has been tested, so that we can distribute it to other pharmaceutical vendors, so that they can use that data to produce more drugs and stuff. So like this is a basic idea of what this company does. And like what my role here is, me as a DevOps engineer. Earlier everything was manually done, like be it deployment, be it creation of infrastructure, be it let's say just to create a site. Like everything has been very manual here. So now we are trying to jump into automation, so we are trying to automate everything. So I'm here to do that.
Yes,
So
yes.
like while I am doing it, taking care of the DevOps side of things, we also need someone who can who is very thorough with clouds and who can manage everything that goes on in cloud, like mostly the infrastructure.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So like that is about me. That is a basic introductory of the company.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what about you? Just tell me about yourself and explain the tech stack that you're currently working on.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. My name is Sanjeet Yadav. I'm basically belong from the Jharkhand. I have a
Okay.
5 year experience in IT. I've started my career as a Linux admin 2 year, and that's
Okay.
why I moved into the like a AWS DevOps side. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in my current organization, we have like a around 10 and 12 project.
Okay.
I'm not a specify for a single project. And
Okay.
our multiple like a project is based on like a microservice, most on a Java base. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
once a application we do a POC, and then we have to create like a fun like a Docker, yeah, with the help containerization, and
Mm-hmm.
Kubernetes we're also using on that. And sometimes like a as per the client request, we have to work on like a virtual machine.
Okay.
Yeah, and right now we're using the tools in a DevOps like a Git is for the like a source code management, and Civil is
Mm-hmm.
like a yeah IT configuration management tools. And coming to the like a Jenkins, with the help of Jenkins like a CI/CD tools. Yeah, I mean like a with deliver application with a continuous delivery. And coming
Mm-hmm.
to the Docker, with the help of Docker, we do create like a containerization application. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with the help of Docker, we do a proper utilization of the IT resources. And we also
Okay.
like, yeah, I'm also part of the like a 6 month like Kubernetes side. We have a
Okay.
deployment on the application.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah,
Because
and
like our end goal is to, like currently everything was on Linode. We migrated it to AWS now, and everything is running on EC2 instances.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have already configured it to run on Docker,
Yes, yes,
but
yeah.
we stopped because we don't want to run it on Docker. We need to migrate it to Kubernetes as well. So currently, like we are just brushing up the all the other parts like monitoring and stuff. Once
Yeah.
that is done, we will be working on the Kubernetes part. So you having Kubernetes is an added bonus, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah. And
Yeah.
coming to the like AWS side, actually
Hmm.
AWS I am not a totally like a sign on it, but I have know the some like a new people joining the in an existing project. So that time we have to create like a IMO roles. And apart from that,
Okay.
yeah, apart from that, we have like a L1, L2, L3 team. L1 is suppose like a developer team, and other is a L2 and L3 like a testing and like a deployment teams. And we have
Okay.
need to make a access with the help of like a PPC peering.
Hmm.
And apart from that, yeah, good hands on like a sometimes we have need to make a configuration like a BPC peering. And BPC peering we have also like a, add like a transit gateway. And yeah, coming to the like a yeah EC2 side, we have to like a create like a EC2 as per the client. Yeah, once a like a EC2 creation, like a client want to change like a EC2 instance size, that time we have to correct like and
Hmm.
coming to the like a yeah auto scaling. Yeah, with the help of auto scaling we do like a make a high availability for the application. Under the auto
Okay.
scaling, just we have to mention like a metrics like a CPU utilization like is 20% above. That time like a it will be automatically like a increase and decrease of like a I mean like a server. And we
Okay.
also like a and like a auto scaling. Apart from that, like load balancer, suppose that we have like a four machine, and I have created like a one domain. and I just want to like
Mm-hmm.
that particular domain of traffic, like a particular machine. That time we have also need to make a configuration. Sometimes we have also need to make a configuration like a SSL certificate with the make a
Mm-hmm.
like a security purpose. By default we are using like a HTTP, but HTTP is
Mm-hmm.
not a like a secure now that you, because reason is that data is like a going one server to another server is like a text mode. But if you are using like a HTTP server, data is going from one server to another server like a encrypted way. Even like a,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And apart from that, yeah, I've also like a using like a Route 53, like a Route 53 is yeah, it's work like in port number 53. It's like a DNS.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sometimes we also need to make a configuration like a architecture. Yeah, right now one of my application is ongoing like a e-commerce application. So that time we have
Okay.
also like a one is like a database, other is like application, and one is like a web server. Under the yeah web server, we have to configure under the like a yeah VPC, and we have to assign like a public IP address so that our end user can access it. And our like a application server and data server, we do not like a provide to access like a outside of the, I mean like a internet. So that's why we have to create like a net gateway. Suppose that hey, suppose that I want to get a access like a database application, or to within like a we will have to create a net gateway like a bastion server we can also create in a public subnet,
Mm-hmm.
that we
Okay.
can access it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, you know what I'll do? I'll start with the questions now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So, in case, like, if you're not familiar with the technology that I'm asking you on, you can
yeah,
just let me know.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
You
okay,
know, this will save your time as well as my time.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay. So, like initially, I'll be starting with Linux. Like, since you started your career as a Linux admin, it should be
Yeah,
pretty easy for you. Okay.
Linux. Actually, I'm not
Okay.
for like the server side, but I know like a Linux admin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Go, go.
Yeah, Linux. See, being a Linux admin means you are managing a server.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. There is
So,
no home server that you're
no,
maintaining, right?
actually, yeah, just like a Linux admin, like a apart from like a permission, like a user or a group, and then we have to make a like a find command. You have to use like a this type of
Mm-hmm.
use. Just we have to. Sometimes we
No
have to use
issues.
the
Yeah,
SAP.
I just mentioned, right? Like I'll ask you the questions in case if you are able to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
answer. If not, then just let me
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Go, go.
Okay. This will be just some basic questions, but not too hard. Like let's say let's say you have a bare metal instance. Okay, let's not go to cloud now. Let's settle on a bare metal instance.
Yeah, yeah,
You have a bare metal server running in your office.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now like you notice suddenly there is a huge spike of
Yeah, yeah,
CPU utilization and memory
yeah,
utilization.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so then later when you later you are trying to log into the server, you're not able to do it, this that you tried everything.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
but now you can't restart the server. If you restart it, the issue will be solved, but you can't restart it. Okay,
Yes, yes.
because if you restart it, you won't be able to troubleshoot the issue. You won't know what exactly the problem is, right?
Okay, okay.
So you can't restart it. Later you get to know from the networking team that they are saying like there is a huge traffic on this particular port, like let's say port 1234 for
Yeah, yeah,
example.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
on port 1234 on your server there is a huge traffic incoming,
Yeah, yeah.
because of which your server is getting overloaded.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
the network team has told you so.
Yeah.
Now, but now you're not so sure, like because this is a weird port number. 1234 is not allocated to any specific application,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
any like general applications that you know of, right? So now you need to figure out, like now finally you manage somehow, you connected into the server, you are not able to SSH, but you connected to the console of that server now.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
direct console. So you have consoled into it. Now you need to figure out like which service is running on port 1234. How will you identify it?
Yeah, actually, port number, like a command. Suppose that I want to check like a first port number, like a command will be like a tunlp hyphen, no, netstate hyphen tunlp. From this command, it will be check all the port numbers are running
Perfect.
or not running. And apart
Yeah.
from that, we have need to make a like a configuration side. To just I have to use like a some command like a top command. With the top command, it will be proper like a show like a, I mean like a top command just we have to run like it will be so like a CPU utilization, how many application is running particular on that, like what kind of service is running, all detail will be show like a virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
yeah, and with
top command is fine, but in the scenario, in the specific scenario that I mentioned, the
yeah,
first answer which you gave, NetStat,
yeah,
you'll be
yeah,
using that one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay? Because the top command is gonna throw everything at you. Like let's
Hmm.
say there is one service that is calling to another
Hmm.
service. Okay. Yeah, like let's say the service which is using port 1234, that service is calling another service, and that service is giving you high utilization. Now
Hmm.
you are under the wrong impression that this service is the one causing the issue. But when in actual what the service using 123, let's call it ABC. The
Yes.
service ABC is the one which is calling that service, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So at the end, that service, the D service which we are mentioning, that is not in fault. The ABC service which is calling that, it is in fault, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
NetStat will help you figure, because the networking team already gave you.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
in this port you are receiving so much traffic, because of which your server is overloaded, right?
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
network team already gave that information to you, so you need to look at the networking side of things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not like a particular on like
No,
a server
buddy.
side,
No,
but
no,
yeah.
no, no, buddy. That is completely fine. See,
Yeah.
the reason I'm asking you, I'm
Yeah.
giving you a scenario and
Yeah.
asking these questions is because I want to see like how your analytical thinking is.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
answer is right, but
Yeah.
also some analytical thinking is required, right?
Okay. Okay.
Like let's say there is something happening in the production and it goes wrong.
Hmm.
You don't have all day to sit and troubleshoot. You need to, in a fraction of seconds, you need to come up with a solution. You need to
Yeah.
know where to look at, what to look at,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Got it. Got it. Got
we
it.
can't, we can't run a bunch of commands and then come to the conclusion like, yeah, this is the reason.
Hmm.
Just when someone gives you an information, let's say there is a monitoring tool, it gave you some information, you should be able to quickly act on it. So
Okay. Okay.
that is what I'm trying to bring out. I don't want you to give me an entire explanation of how this, that, and all. I just
Yes.
want you
Yes.
to like tell me ki, yeah, this is it, why is it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Let's say your server storage is getting filled very quickly. Okay,
Yes.
you
Yes.
had around like 1 terabyte of storage, and like over the past 3 months, like it just got full now. Okay, it's just full. And you being the Linux admin, you log into the server, you check, then you figure out like there is a bunch of log files which are occupying the entire storage. Now the thing is, the company strictly tells you we need the log files for at least 1 month. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
but you can delete the ones which are before than that. The log files which yeah. So now let's say there are around log files are stored since last year. Now
Yeah.
you want to exclude 1 month, but delete all the files which are you know older than 1 month.
Okay. Okay.
How will you do it?
I mean, how can we recover it?
Recover it as in?
You saying I need I have already deleted all the logs. Actually, one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
Could you repeat the question again?
You have a server.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The storage is getting filled very
Yeah.
quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Now your senior management team has told you like, can you free up the server? Can you free up some space in the server?
Okay.
Since it is a physical server, you can't just get a new hard disk and attach to it to increase the
Yeah,
storage.
okay,
That
okay.
is not even a proper solution.
Okay.
You have to clean the files. You have to purge some files from your server.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
Now, you as the systems administrator, you log into your server, you troubleshoot like what is occupying so much space. You find out that there are so many, let's say, syslog files. Okay, the syslog files are occupying too much of space. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
you need to clean it up. But the company has a policy. The company has a policy saying we always have to maintain at least the past 1 month log should always exist on the server.
Okay,
Just in
okay.
case something goes wrong, we can go back and check.
Okay.
But anything before 1 month, it should all be deleted so that you can free up the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually.
So how will you achieve it?
No idea. System. Actually, first we will have to start restart a system CTL restart like a
How would restarting the server help you? The storage is the one which is getting
yeah,
filled,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
storage.
would if you like, aren't you just adding more logs to the storage?
Yes, yes, yeah. No idea actually. in Nepal.
Like if you restart it, it'll just be writing to the log file again. There will be services which will be shutting down. It'll write that time. Then when it starts, it'll write again. You're just adding more
Yeah,
logs,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Logs will generate more.
You said you're familiar with the find command. So, like, can you think of it now?
Find command is find command, just we have to use like a, suppose that if I want to check a particular like a files, then we have to use the yeah, find command. I mean logs, like a find, and then we will have to give like a path, and then like a hyphen type, and hyphen type, like if you are going to the file, yeah, directly if like a file is, then f we will have to use. If a directory is in, then d should be used. And like a files, like all the like logs will be come under like a cd slash where slash log and secure. That's we have to like check on it.
But how will you execute the remove command with find?
Yeah, find command, suppose that I want to get a like a remove a particular like a file, that we have to use like a find yeah, remove like
Not
a
necessarily though.
hyphen exe and rf hyphen f, like a curly brackets, and like yes, and like a
How will you mention the date? Like, I told you a requirement, right?
yeah, yeah.
Everything before 1 month should be deleted. How would you mention that?
I think first we have to check like a modification, like a find slash like a path and hyphen m for like a modification. Yeah, suppose that if I want to check like a 30 day,
Perfect.
30 and then work here. Yeah. Otherwise, if you want to check like a within 1 hour, hyphen minute m minute and hyphen 60 within like a 1 hour we can check it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Do you know what are UMask values?
Yeah, by default, you mask value, I think like a file will be like a 755, and like a, and no, file may be like a 644, and like a directory is like a 655, like a,
Can I change the default UMask value?
yeah, yeah, we can change like a 0 by 2
Okay,
default mask. No, sorry, we cannot change it, but yeah, like a 0 to 2 we can like, yeah.
okay. So, do you have experience with Terraform?
Yeah, honestly, Terraform are actually not working on there like, but actually I'm trying for the some time. But we have like a manually, just we have to configure. Apart from that, we have a lot of work on the like a Dockers, and we have the Kubernetes side. So I'm not a dedication for like a Terraform. Yeah, but yeah, I
Okay.
know like a configuration, everything is.
Okay, so let's go for Docker then.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like let's say I have a container already running. You
yeah.
just joined the company. There are containers which are already running.
Yes, yes,
The guy who was working before you, he has left the company.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
and now you are the one who's managing the people. The other people in your company, they are not sure like how this Docker infrastructure is, how Docker is configured.
yes, yes.
They ask you your Docker container. It has a particular volume which is mounted on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
now you don't have a Docker file. Now you don't have the Docker compose file. Nothing. You have no clue. All you know is the Docker container is running.
Yeah.
Now you need to fetch out the information like which container is mounted on it, which environment variables have been added to it. Like how are you going to do that?
Yeah,
Which command would you use?
supposed to that like first, actually as per my knowledge, first we have to use like a check like a how many container is layer that we have. Yeah, like
No, leave that aside. There is just one container. Okay, there is just one container.
then we have to
Let's not make it
Docker
complicated.
inspect
There is
command.
one container. I just want you to figure out like which environment variables are loaded onto that container, which directories or file paths have been mounted on that container. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, so actually we have to use the run the command like a Docker inspect through like a container. We can
Yeah,
get detail all the
correct.
information.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And can you tell me the type of Docker volumes that we can mount? Like what are the various methods that we can use?
Mount file. Yeah, I think mount we have like a three-way. One is like a named mount, another is like a anonymous, and third one is like a we have to we जो like we have to mount with like our host file, and yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I mount NFS volume? Can I use a NFS volume as a Docker mount?
Yeah, NFS is like a network file share system. It's work. Yeah. But if you are using the command like a Docker, like a, suppose that if I want to mount with like a Docker host, yeah, Docker host machine with a particular file, then we have to use the command like a Docker run hyphen it hyphen name particular like a I mean like a container name hyphen v through like a volume. Just we have to
No,
mount.
no, no.
Yeah,
What I'm asking, like,
yeah,
yeah, that part, yeah, you have already answered me. That is clear. I'm
yeah.
asking, let's say I have an NFS server running.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Now I want to directly mount my NFS server to the Docker. I don't want to mount it anywhere else. I want it directly mounted to the Docker. Is it possible?
Yeah, in a like a Linux machine side, actually, suppose that we have like a two machine, the we have a mount, then we have.
Yeah, that I clearly said, right. I don't want to
Yeah,
mount it
we
on the
can.
second
Yeah,
machine.
I
I
think.
directly want to mount it on Docker itself, not on the Linux machine.
Yeah, I know Docker. I think when we have to install like a NFS server, now one file is a like a install like a one file is there like a NFS server. I mean, when we have to change there, it will automatically will be reflect there. But actually, I did not configure like NFS server in like a Docker in a Docker. But it may be
It's
changed.
totally fine, buddy. Like
Yeah,
I just want to know like
yeah,
how
yeah,
far you know. Like,
yeah, yeah. We
you
can.
know, I just want to know ki, like how much you know about Docker.
Yeah, yeah.
So for this one, like we can directly mount, like you can create a volume
Yeah.
as you can create the NFS mount as a volume in
Okay,
Docker.
okay,
So
okay.
this way, what happens? You already have a volume which is mounted to the NFS, but it is not mounted on your server. So you can just mount that volume on Docker, and it just works. So that. See, if you're not able to answer, that is, it's no big deal. It's completely fine. Okay,
Okay, okay.
because see, I'm just level by level increasing the difficulty of the questions because I just want to see like how much you know about that particular thing.
Yes,
Understood?
yes, 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 yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, so that's it for Docker. Then, like, let's go with like you also said you have worked on Kubernetes for the past six
Yeah,
months, right?
yeah,
So,
Kubernetes is like
yeah.
a,
So
yeah.
let's go with Kubernetes a bit. Can you tell me what is the difference between deployment and replica set?
Suppose that deployment and replicator like we have like a deployment is just like a object. Suppose that we have a one application like a or like a online application, and we don't want to make like a, any like a end user to face the problem. Under the deployment section, we have already like a mention like a replica is equal to 4. It will be create like a, yeah, in any situation like a replica goes down that time like a like a we have a one like a controller it will be create like another replica. I mean it will be create like a state to the desired level like a deployment.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, that's we have to use like it.
okay. So, what is
I,
a daemon set?
Demon set like a supposed that demon set like we have like a one application. No, I mean demon set we have to make a set of rules. Suppose that I want to like a download a like a one monitoring file on a every node. So that time we have to use like a daemon set. Like next time it will be created like a another like a node. By default it will be created like a yeah, it's a daemon set we have to use.
No, that is not the right answer.
A
That is
de-
not what I'm expecting. What is the purpose of daemon set? Like,
uh,
what exactly does it do? Like, why do we use daemon sets?
Yeah, demon sector actually. I'm saying that na. Suppose that we don't we don't want to like install again. Suppose that in a like a our cluster side. Yeah,
So, like, if I create a deployment set and I mention, like, I want 10 pods,
yeah,
10
yeah,
replica of the same pod,
yeah.
okay?
Demon set.
And there I have like around 5 nodes available,
Yeah, yeah.
then it will automatically balance it out and it will deploy it on all the available nodes, correct?
Hmm.
But what about like what you mentioned? I can achieve the same with the deployment set as well.
Yeah,
So I'm asking you, what is a daemon set? Why do we use it? Is there any special use case for using a daemon set? See, like the answer that you gave,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I can achieve with deployment as well. You're nearly there,
yeah, yeah.
but be clear.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I Demon set actually, as per my knowledge, na suppose just I like suppose that under like a deployment section we have already mentioned like a demon set. In any situation like ever like
Daemon set is something which like let's say there is a particular server, there is a monitoring tool,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
say,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah,
You just want to make sure it is running on all your nodes.
yeah, yeah, just
Like
we
no matter like at least one pod
replica.
should be running on all your nodes.
Yes, yeah,
That is not a compulsion with deployment set. Deployment set can run on all nodes, but like let's say one server has higher capacity than the other, your I'm sorry, your Kubernetes cluster, it's going to automatically pick the server with the higher capacity. The lower capacity will be the least preferable, right?
right,
But
right.
Daemon said that is not the case. No matter how your server is, at least one pod will be running on all your nodes.
Yes, okay.
Okay. You know what? Let's skip the Kubernetes part because I think we are already running out of time. Let me just ask a few cloud questions and then we should be good.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay. Let's say you have deployed a server on cloud.
yeah,
Okay. You can assume cloud. You can also assume on premises. I just want to know your opinion on how you will resolve this issue.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Let's say you have a server deployed. Now suddenly you realize like it's a web application. Okay, it's a web application. Now
yeah,
you suddenly realize there is a huge amount of traffic hitting your servers.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, it keeps on hitting. So the like normally people will say, yeah, let's block those IP, but it's not
Yeah, yeah,
one
BPC
IP.
yeah, through the
It's not
BPC
one
enable.
IP. It is just multiple. It's just coming from multiple IPs. So like you can't block it. That is out of the option. So what other solution do you have? What other options do you have?
Yeah, actually, thanks. You have given the answer within like a we like a VPC under the like a we have to create like a VPC enable na. Like under the VPC we have like a option like we have to check a particular which particular of like a our traffic is coming from the like a IP address.
No, I wouldn't do that because, as I said, it's a web application, right? I
Yeah,
don't know where my clients will be.
yeah, yeah.
One day they will be like people might be accessing from India, Europe, Russia, US. They can be anywhere. I don't know what their IP range is, what their IP is. I can't make the guess and block it out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, and like if it is from one IP, yeah, I can block it. I
Yeah.
can't block a range just because of that, because there might also be genuine traffic from within, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So, is there any particular technology that we can avail, which will help me achieve this, which will help me reduce the load from my server?
Any particular service? It's just like a uh, particular service actually in a like a issues coming like a, as per the like a traffic related we have to go through the like a VPC and other is like a we have to like
See, for VPC, when the
enable
only moment, trust me, like
yeah
when you are in production, the only moment when you're gonna touch the VPC
and
part
cloud trail
is when
cloud trail
you are.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. I mean like
you can hear
a
me, right?
I mean like a we have also need to make a config like a cloud trail. I mean like a whatever the service we have to like a running on our and it will be create like a all the cloud trail and we make like a figure out there like a just we have yeah
That is, as I mentioned, like okay, in a scenario where there are like 100 logs, 500 logs, you will be able to do it. Let's say within the span of 5 to 10 minutes, you have around 5 lakh logs, 5 lakh connections hitting your server. There will be a huge amount of log,
yes
right?
yes
Will you be able, even though you track it via CloudTrail, will
yeah
you
yeah.
be able to figure out like what exactly is going on? No, right?
Hmm.
Have you worked with WAF?
No, no, Fab, no. I did not work on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So in such kind of scenarios, we can use WAF. What we can do, we can't stop the entire amount of traffic, but we can limit the number of connections coming in, right?
Yeah, in actually, I also earlier told in like in AWS side, we just like using like a just
No, you were mentioning VPCs, not WAF.
yeah yeah VPC I mentioned yeah
You don't configure WAF on your VPC, you configure it on your load balancers. Your load balancers then get attached to your VPC.
yeah okay okay
Yeah, so VPC was not the right answer here.
yeah, okay okay I will correct
Okay.
it.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about like? Can you tell me the difference between an application load balancer and a network load balancer?
Yeah, I mean like a application load balancer actually be application load balancer is work on base of like a how like a what like a traffic like a, its work and port number is like a 80 and 443 like a and like a yeah our network load balancer it's work on base of like a IP address like a just we have to like a assign the an IP address like a and net in a net.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. See, like if it is if application load balancer is just about port 80 and port 443, don't you think I can use the same port numbers, port 80 and 443, in the network load balancer as well?
Port number 80, yeah, 80 just we like a 443 just we have need to make a configure like a SS certificate by the way we are like you use as yeah like a, I just configure like a application server supposed to that like a one application is running like a e-commerce application and suppose that I just I want to like a we have a, like a 4 target machine all the target machine we will have to adjust the VLB and before it like yeah ELB is work on basis like a auto scaling group and under the metrics we have to select like a when you want to get like a server like a suppose that we have already mentioned like a 70% that time like a 70% just application or traffic it will increase that
No, what you're telling me is how auto scaling groups work.
yeah
What
yes
my question is,
yeah
what is the difference between an application load balancer and a network load balancer, and why would I choose one over the other? I don't want to go to application load balancer. See, both of the load balancers, they can achieve that. Both of them can do that,
yes
right?
yes yes yes
So that I'm aware. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to know like what is the difference. Like let's say I am choosing network load balancer over application load balancer. I want to know why you are choosing application load balancer. If you tell me you will choose application load balancer over network load balancer, then also I want you to tell me why you would choose this. So I just want to know what is the difference, why you would choose one or the other.
I think in a particular in a network side, just we have to give like a specific IP address of like a in a networking side, मतलब, like a
Okay,
just
okay, agreed. Okay.
yeah yeah.
Hmm.
मतलब with the like a suppose that we want to get like a just like a, from this IP address we to get a, like a traffic inside like that time we do create like a
Okay, okay, fine, fair. But you might want to have a read though. Okay, buddy. I think we already are out of time now, so
yes yes yes
I'll just end it here. Okay.
okay
But see, for me to proceed with this, I want you to tell me. Like you said, you
yeah yeah. Yeah, actually, some actually my colleague is there. Like Terraform is not a like a big issue. Just suppose that you have already know the all the service how to make a configure. Like Terraform, I know. Like Terraform, your point is got it to me. Like so, I just within like a if I got a opportunity, the within like a 10 day I will complete all the and yeah. Like I mean like a maximum 5 day I need. Maximum 5 day we have need to learn like and then I can like give okay thanks for like a space like bye.